Hi guys, Salam, happy Eid for you and all your family. This is the video requested. It will show me performing two trainings, one in Arabic, the other in English. But before we start, I wanted to highlight some points. Well, first of all, what you're going to see in this video are not actual situation. I'm going to play a role, which was quite confusing because in my trainings I always interact with trainees, and this is the first time I make a video of myself while performing a training. Well, I decided to make it this way because this week I'm going to receive a lot of locals for general induction and training, and for most of those guys it will be their first contact with HSE, so I don't want to confuse them while making this video. Second thing is that those trainings will be performed in Arabic, and you need to know that here in Nigeria the Arabic we speak has a specific accent, so we use a lot of French words, and probably for you guys it will be very difficult to understand. Finally, I'm shooting this video using my phone, so I'm not expecting a good quality in terms of image and the sound. So I'll let you decide, and let's get started. The video in English. In this video we'll talk about several topics related to the work at height. First of all, how the work at height was considered back in the days and the way it's being performed nowadays. Second thing will be the risks people may face during work at height activities, and finally the personal and collective protection. So let's get started. Can you tell me about this picture? I know some of you will think of it, oh, this is a normal situation. Some others will think that, oh, it's pretty crazy. Some others will think, oh, those guys are fearless. Well, what you need to know is back to the 30s, was considered to be a routine job. I mean, people building the skyscrapers, going at crazy height without any protection. But what they don't tell you within this picture is that the ratio of fatalities was extremely high. I mean, every 8 minutes there was a fatality. It was very, very, very dangerous. But you need to know that this is the way they used to work, and this is the way we are working right now. So we just added the colors. So we still have people going at high doing some job without any protection. And when I say high, it's very, very high. But you know, 1 + 1 is always 2. Most of the time, it ends up like this. So working at height is a very, very serious business. Why? Because according to the statistic, it is the first cause of fatalities on construction site. So we never, never underestimate risk when we work at height. So now the question is, why do we fall? So we fall for several reasons. Those reasons can be related to the engineering factors. I mean, we have some people going on top of containers. On those containers there is absolutely no protection. I mean, there is no guardrails, no anchorage point when you can hook up. Sometimes as well it might be related to the process, the method used. As you can see on the picture, we see someone in an excavator bucket going at height. Well, guess what? The bucket is not designed for taking people at height. So it's designed for excavation only. Sometimes, and this is the one I like the most, is the behavior. Okay, no problem. I'm not afraid of height. I'm used to this. It's going just to take 5 minutes. But my friend, 5 minutes, those 5 minutes are precious. Okay, so always wear your protection prior to go at height. And finally, it might be related to the environment. It might be rainy, cold, sunny, heat, etc. Those factors may affect people and endanger them and create the accident. Well, this is regarding the first part of the training. Now we move to the recommendation. So what can happen when we work at height? So the major risk, a falling person, basically. And the second one is the dropping object. But those are not the only ones. For example, the structure we're working in may collapse because it's not up to standards, because non-qualified scaffolders has built it, it may collapse. Second thing, we might be in contact with electricity. Electricity is a serious hazard when we talk about working at height. Third point is, we're on a site where there is a lot of civil work going on. We still have a lot of rebar rising from the ground, so we pay attention to that. And finally, when it comes to working at height, also tripping hazard is to be considered. We may injure ourselves tripping, falling, and also cutting. Those are the main risks as has been found when you work at height. So, when we work at height, we need to make the difference in between two protection: the collective protection and the personal protection. So when it comes to the collective protection, it is simple. It is made of several elements, and we always give it the priority. Why? Because it protects a number of people. Where we're going to find it, for example, on a scaffold. A scaffold is a temporary working platform, meaning that we perform our job. When we finish, we dismantle. Why is it considered to be a safe platform, with the protection, when it has those four elements? Those four elements are called the guardrail system. So basically, we have this top rail, which comes from 1 meter and 1 meter and 10. The role of the top rail is to prevent you from falling when you are standing. Comes here, prevent you from falling out of the platform. The second element is called the mid-rail. It comes at 45 and 50 centimeters. Why? Because sometimes you have to work on your knees. So it comes here and prevents you as well from falling. Regarding the dropping an object, we use this one. This is called the toe board. The toe board is a board that we apply. It has 15 centimeters high. So its role is to prevent falling objects from the platform. And finally, is the flooring. Sometimes you walk on boards, sometimes you walk on concrete, sometimes you work on gratings. So those platforms are different. For example, if there is an opening on the ground, you may fall. So the boards have to be well sealed. Objects can go through the platform as well. So always keep in mind that it has to be well sealed and well attached. How do we know that the scaffold is up to standard or not? We use those two tags. Those tags are the red tag and the green tag. So the green tag says that this scaffold is up to standard and I can use it. The red tag says no, you cannot use this tag. So actually you will find this tag, the red one, during the erection, dismantling and modification. It is done by the scaffolders only. So this tag, on another hand, is done by the inspector, which is not part of the scaffolding team. So when they finish their job, he comes inspect. If it's okay, he put his tag. You're gonna find the tags on the entrance of all the elevated platform. For example, it might be on a ladder, on a slope, and also on the stairs. Scaffolds are working platforms. They are not storage platforms, so we never store things on the scaffold. We found people putting pipes, putting H-beams and etc. Those may endanger people because why? The scaffold has a capacity. If you overreach it, it might collapse as well. Well, moving to the personal protective equipment, which is, when it comes to work at height, the safety harness. So what you need to know is that the safety harness comes as a kit, meaning that it has several elements. Well, the first element is the harness itself. Basically, it's made of polyester sling, which is very, very resistant. As you can see, it has two parts. There is two colors, the red and the gray. The red is for the upper part of the body, the gray is for the down part of the body. It has also several attach points. So for example, this one is at the chest level. Those two are at the waist level. It has also adjusting devices, so everyone can adjust it to his size. And finally, it has what we call the D-ring. The D-ring is the connection in between this element and the other element that composes the safety harness. So the safety harness, the other elements start with this one. This is a small hook that is a very, very important one. It's called a snap hook. Why? Because it has two security. The first security is this one. In order to open it, I need to press two triggers. This one, this one. Otherwise, it won't open. This is the first security. Second one, look when I release. It's a snap hook. It's automatically closed. Why? It doesn't leave any chance for a disconnection. Second thing is a shock absorber. So what do you think that the shock absorber do? Yes? Yes? Well, imagine I attach you with the rope on your D-ring and you fall. And when the ropes end, what's going to happen? All the force will be absorbed by your body, meaning that you will have a lot of damage on your body. So we use this device. It's a shock absorber. You see all the rubber around it will absorb the shock. On the technical sheet, it says that it needs 600 kilos to open, meaning that that shock will be absorbed by this plastic and will be open. It opens on a sling inside that will reduce the impact of the fall. The second thing is the lanyards. We have a lanyard. Why? No, it's not that. Yes, sir. You have lanyards is to allow you a movement on 1 meter. So we have the length is almost 1 meter and 10. So it allows you to move in that range. And finally, we got two hooks, and it's the same as the first one. Those two hooks are safety hooks. It's not, I cannot open them like this. I need to press on the two triggers, and when I release, it automatically closes. So, but the question is, why do I have two? Why not only one? Oh, sorry, it's not about balance. It's about something else. So, what you need to know is that when you go on a platform, when you need to attach yourself, keep in mind to attach always two. But now imagine that you need to move to another location and you disconnect them both and you fall. Are the safety harness going to protect you? No, it's not going to protect you. But the other scenario, imagine that you disconnect one and you fall. You're attached, my friend. There is a principle called 100 tied-off policy, meaning that when you unhook, you never unhook the two hooks on the same time. You need to disconnect one, connect it, then you'll be allowed to disconnect the second one. With this way, you will be 100% protected at that. The video in Arabic. In this video, I'm going to talk about the PPEs, so the mandatory ones, the additional ones, and especially the color coding for the helmets applied here on site. بالنسبة للجزء الثاني من المحاضرة سوف نتكلم عن وسائل الحماية الفردية. أولا، ما هو المقصود بوسائل الحماية الفردية؟ ما هو تعبيركم عن هذه الصورة؟ ماذا تلاحظون عنها؟ تلاحظون أن هذا الشخص يحدث له حادث، والآن يدعس على مسمار. هل يوجد مسامير هنا في الموقع؟ نعم، يوجد عدة مسامير في الموقع. يوجد حديد، يوجد زجاج، يوجد أشياء حادة في الموقع. لما ندخل الموقع نعرض نفسنا إلى المخاطر، لذلك لا بد من ارتداء وسائل الحماية الفردية التي تحمينا من هذه المخاطر. هذه هي علامات وسائل الحماية الفردية الإجبارية التي لا بد من ارتدائها هنا في الموقع. أولها هو الخوذة أو خوذة السلام. هذه هي وسيلة من وسائل الحماية الفردية التي هي مصنوعة لحماية الرأس. تحمي الرأس من عدة أشياء. أولها الشمس، تحمي الرأس من التعرض إلى أشعة الشمس. ثانيا تحمي الرأس من سقوط الأشياء عليها. ثالثا تحمي الرأس من الاصطدامات. بهذه الطريقة رأسنا يكون دائما محمي هنا في الموقع، لكن لكي تكون الحماية جيدة لابد من ارتداء هذه الخوذة بالشكل الجيد. مثال، ارتداء الخوذة بهذا الشكل ممنوع. لماذا؟ لأن رأسنا لا يكون محمي. كذلك ارتداؤها بهذا الشكل هو مخالف لإجراءات السلامة. لذلك لا بد من ابتداء خوذة السلامة بهذا الشكل الذي يسمح لنا بالاشتغال هنا في الموقع بدون تعرض إلى مخاطر بالنسبة للرأس. ثانيا بالنسبة للأرجل عندنا حذاء الأمان. حذاء الأمان يختلف عن الحذاء العادي. لماذا يختلف؟ لأنه فيه حماية إضافية. مثل ما رأيتم في الصورة هنا في الموقع يوجد عدة أشياء حادة ممكن أن نمشي عليها. لحماية الرجل حذاء الأمان يمتلك صفيحة حديدية على هذا المستوى. لو أنا أدعس على مسمار أو أي شيء حاد، هذه الحديدة لا تسمح له من إلحاق الضرر برجلي. ثانيا كوسيلة حماية يوجد حديد من الأمام. هذا الحديد ضرره هو حماية الرجل من جميع الاصطدامات أو سقوط الأشياء التي ممكن أن تكسر الرجل. ثالثا هو هذا الجزء من الحذاء هو الذي يسمح لنا بالمشي وتفادي الانزلاقات هنا في الموقع. ثالثا هو نظارات السلامة. الأعين هي أعضاء هامة جدا بالجسم، مع الأسف هي أعضاء ضعيفة جدا، لابد من حمايتها. لكي نحمي الأعين هنا في الموقع لابد من ابتداء نظارات السلامة. كذلك نظارات السلامة تختلف عن النظارات التي ممكن أن نلبسها خارج الموقع. النظارات التي نلبسها خارج الموقع في أغلب الأحيان لحماية الأعين من أشعة الشمس. هذه نظارات السلامة كمان تحمي الأعين من نظارة الشمس، بس هنا في الموقع لا يوجد إلا الشمس التي يمكن أن تلحق ضرر بالأعين. يوجد الغبار، يوجد القطع الحديدية الصغيرة، يوجد المواد الكيميائية. لابد من ابتداء نظارات السلامة. نظارات السلامة تختلف عن النظارات العادية. أولا من حيث الشكل، ممكن أن تلاحظوا أن لها شكل خاص. هذا الشكل لا يسمح للأجزاء الضعيفة من الدخول وإلحاق الضرر بالأعين. هذه أول حماية. ثاني حماية هي المادة التي هي مصنوعة منها. هذا ليس زجاج، هذا هي مادة خاصة. لو ينكسر لا يصير غبار أو فتات صغير ممكن أن يجرح الأعين من الداخل. لكن النظارات نفس الشيء، نظارات لا تلبس هكذا ولا تلبس هكذا، لابد من الحفاظ على الأعين سليمة. ثالثا رابعا هي بالنسبة لي ملابس العمل. لابد من ابتداء ملابس العمل بأيدي طويلة. لماذا؟ الذهاب إلى الموقع هكذا يعرض هذه المنطقة من الجسم إلى مختلف المخاطر. يمكن أن أقطعها، يمكن أن تحترق أو تنقطع. ملابس العمل أفضل من أن يحترق جلدي. وأخيرا بالنسبة للقفازات، قفازات اللحامين تختلف عن قفازات الدهانين، تختلف عن قفازات الناس التي تشتغل في عملية الحفر. الفكرة أنه في الموقع لابد من ابتداء القفازات وعدم اللمس الأشياء بلا قفازات. هذه كما رأيتم هي معدات الحماية الإجبارية التي لابد من ابتدائها هنا في الموقع. هدفها ليس أن تظهر الناس كأنهم عبوات أو كأنهم شيء آخر. هدفهم هي آخر حماية ما بين الناس والمخاطر الموجودة هنا في الموقع. يوجد كذلك بعض الأعمال التي تستدعي ابتداء بعض الوسائل الإضافية، مثل الذهاب إلى أماكن مرتفعة يستدعي ابتداء حزام الأمان. التلحيم يستدعي ابتداء الفيس شيلد. هذه المعدات الحماية الفردية لا بد من الالتزام بها لما تكون العمل بها. لا بد من عدم الذهاب إلى الموقع بدون لبس وسائل الحماية الفردية. لماذا؟ لأن كما قلت هذا يعرضنا إلى المخاطر. الحوادث لا تشتغل من الساعة 8 إلى الساعة 5. لا بد من حماية نفسنا من وقت الدخول إلى وقت الخروج من الموقع. كذلك بالنسبة للخوذة، كل خوذة لها لون. مثال اللون الأحمر يمثل عمال السلامة، الوقاية المهنية أو السيفتي. نحن في عملنا نرتدي دائما الخوذة الحمراء. الخوذة البيضاء هي بالنسبة للمدراء والمشرفين هنا في الموقع. الخوذة الصفراء هي بالنسبة للعمال. الخوذة الرمادية هي بالنسبة لعملين، أولهم هم السقانين والثاني هم البحارة، الناس التي تشتغل في عمليات الرفع. وأخيرا بالنسبة للخوذة الزرقاء هي تمثل الناس الذين يشتغلون في الكهرباء والانسترومنتيشن. Well, this is it. I hope that this video has met your expectations, and thanks for watching and hope to hear from you soon. See you guys.